Shut up, you pie-eating dodo birds. That's a good insult.
No.
You pie-eating dodo birds.
Either one of those. Hair pie.
Lemon meringue is what I was imagining.
Were you?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome all.
Because I've never had one.
You never had a lemon meringue pie?
Nah, and I don't think I'll ever.
Fucking delicious.
Nah.
Oh, no.
Lemon's overrated.
Lemon's good in everything.
Nah,
they cook with lemon.
I'm good on lemon.
Lemon and water.
I'm good on lemon.
They cook with lemon.
Who cooks with lemon?
You know, they overfish. They squeeze lemon all the
They
time.
do. I think
crab
it's a
legs.
useless thing. I think it just looks cool.
Oh, no. It's a citrusy. It adds acidity.
That's
to your
why
dish.
you should just use an orange. Oranges are better than lemons.
Some people don't want it sweet.
Yeah, but those people are assholes. So we're not going to pay any
Those
attention.
people don't have diabetes.
Yeah, well, I do.
Everything doesn't have to be sweet.
It should be. I don't know. Ask
You know, a
Matt.
spoonful of water or sugar in your water is not good, man.
Who drinks sugar water?
I was being facetious.
Oh, okay.
How's that for a good word? Word of the day, facetious.
I use that one pretty often, and I can pronounce it
yeah,
right.
but you
and
also
everything,
use
so-
a sipped.
Yeah, but that's not a real one, but it is, because you know what I mean. And I'm sick of you picking on my culture.
Is that your culture?
Yeah, me and the people that can't pronounce that word. We're a culture, we're together, and we decided that's how we want to pronounce that word. And the rest of you, we're gonna fucking do whatever Merriam-Webster's dictionary tells us. Fuck that dictionary, and fuck the way they pronounce it. We pronounce it the way we want to. You understand what we're saying. You're just pointing out our fucking one leg shorter than the other syndrome. I'm sick of it.
Well, you know, it's your culture. You do what you want.
Exactly. It's my
because
culture.
Me
I
and Matt
fight for the culture.
Me and Matt Hudson have developed a culture.
What's that? The big word culture?
Nope. We're on a pilgrimage to take back the word pervert. We're sick and fucking tired of pervert being used in a negative manner. Pervert is not negative.
How's it negative?
Well, people say, "Oh, you're a fucking pervert," and they roll their eyes and
It's because they don't like perverts. But I mean, if
me and Matt are taking back the word pervert. We're gonna have T-shirts made.
T-shirts,
It's
Jesus
gonna say,
Christ!
Yeah, take back pervert, because pervert has been used in they use it in court hearings. Hey, poor guy, fucking staring through the window. Now that's creepy, but don't call him a pervert. Pervert is a good word for somebody who enjoys sexual things, enjoys looking at porn, and that's everybody, enjoys looking at naked ladies, appreciates a well-built woman. That's pervert. And we're sick and tired of society using that word in the negative. We won't have it anymore, and we will do whatever it takes to take back that word. Pervert. You see, people say, "Oh, that Quagmire on Family Guy, he's a pervert." Don't talk about him like that.
He's a pervert.
He's not a pervert. He's a weird sick fuck. But he's not a pervert. Pervert is somebody normal who just likes sexual things and pretty girls and nice bikini
pervert
pictures.
has a lot of meanings, man.
Maybe an upskirt photo. We want the word back.
It's a broad term. No, you can be a pervert without being a pervert.
Matt and I realized we'd face some negativity.
You're
You're already being negative.
Yeah.
And we're not going to have it.
I'm
We're
a pervert.
taking back the word. Yes.
But
I don't look at you as a negative way.
But I don't care how you look at me.
What we do.
See, I'm also a fucker, all right? In multiple ways. But if you want to say I'm a fucker, as in I fuck women, yes, I'm a fucker. But there's also kitty fuckers, all right? Those fuckers,
well, yeah, but
not
that's
so.
different.
No, shut up. They're not so good. So what I'm saying is, there's multiple terms for fucker. When you call someone a fucker and you're talking about how well they fuck, that's a good thing. But when you talk about how well they fuck kids, it's a bad thing. So just like pervert, there's nothing wrong with being a pervert. There is something wrong with peeking through people's windows and jerking off on their feet when they're not looking.
There's other words that can be used for that.
Like what?
Creeper.
Same word.
Fucking. We want pervert back on the good side.
I want retard back in the dictionary where I can get some fucking other words for it that aren't retard. We're trying to name a bit around here, and I don't want to use that word, on a regular basis. I can use it now because we're speaking about it. I'm not calling anybody in that, and even if I did, go fuck yourself, retard. But either way, I didn't want to make it a regular segment where we're looking for a segment where we omit basically something we did fucking retarded that week. And, rag on ourselves. Because I believe that if we're going to rag on you cunts, we should be able to rag on ourselves. All right? And we admit that
we've got plenty.
As much as I think everyone else in the world's a fucking idiot for the most part, I know that I'm a fucking idiot. And I got plenty of examples. So, we're going to try it every so often when we have something come up, do a segment with that. And we're looking for words that mean retard without saying retard. And the dictionary the internet won't give them to us. And if they do, they're all shitty, like Ninny Whacker, whatever the fuck they want to call one. Even I like that, Ninny Poop or something.
Yeah, there was some on there we didn't like, but...
So if you guys can think of a good name for this segment, where we basically call ourselves retards and talk about the thing we did that particular week or month that made us idiots, let us know. I mean, we were just going to go with the short and simple, I'm a retard. But, that's not, it's probably not the best thing to do.
Okay. Well,
this is us saying that word 15 times while admitting we shouldn't say the word that much.
You said it.
It's called growing. It's called growing. All right? I'm in therapy.
But you know what? We'll come up with something. If you come up with a good word, just can't be retard. We're trying to be politically correct here and not offend anyone.
Yeah.
This segment is addressed to us.
Plus, we got a couple friends with retard siblings, and they get all their panties in a bunch when we use it too much. So, we're trying not to do it.
Right, I agree.
Not because we care.
All right, well, let's do it then. You got one for the first week?
Yeah, I'm a retard. Anyways, I did a couple dumb fucking things this week, but one of my favorite moves this week that I did, I went to the store. I knew we were out of laundry detergent, right? So I bought laundry detergent. I put it in. I got one of those washers where you load the detergent in it, and then it automatically disperses it throughout, and it ends up saving you a decent amount of detergent.
I got one of those, too.
All right. So I did that. I loaded it up. Our laundry was down for a week because our washer was broken. I had to fix it, right? So I fixed the washer, did a whole week's worth of laundry, all sorts of shit. I didn't use laundry detergent. My dumbass bought fucking fabric softener. So I just washed everything over the last week with fucking Downy fabric softener.
Smelled
no
good?
detergent. Smelled great. Stains all over the shit. I have stains up and down my shirts that I wore to work all week. They smelled just fine.
You're a pathetic loser.
I'm a fucking retard.
It would have been funnier for you to use like dishwashing soap or something.
Oh, I'm not that dumb. But
They're in the little pods.
Carmen's like, did you realize that you didn't buy detergent? She went to go do the laundry, and she's not retarded apparently. So she didn't, right away went, well, Downy doesn't even make detergent, you fucking idiot. All they make is
and you washed it for a week?
A week. 5 days in a row. Just washing my shit with and now it's still full because that thing lasts for like 100 loads.
Well, yeah, but when you use Downy, you only use a little tiny bit. So you were using a full cup.
Cup of Downy.
Oh, God.
It smells delicious.
Smells great.
Stains
Doesn't
all over
clean
it.
anything.
No, it's not actually clean.
No.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking idiot. I also went to work Friday night. Turns out I asked off for PTO back in March. Turns out may have a drug problem. Not sure. I have a hard time admitting it since it's just weed. But the fact that I'm asking off for days and then I finally get to work on that day that I asked off for, never knowing that I was off work, completely out of PTO, so I don't get fucking paid for it. And then I can't even remember why the fuck I even would have asked off for it in the first place. I'm still not particularly 100% sure.
I'm going with the drug problem.
I have a couple guesses. But I think mostly is I was too high on a fucking Tuesday night and asked off for every fucking weekend of the month of August or something stupid. And then I don't ever look at my schedule. So I just go into work.
So you gave yourself one night off without pay.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. And then I Ubered and it kind of sucked. So I'm a fucking idiot, guys. Are you an idiot?
I'm an idiot.
Right.
I cost myself something very dear. I got a message about a week and a half ago from this girl I used to...
something dear. I know where you're going with. So that's
I used to spend time with this girl. Okay?
Ooh, romance.
No. There's nothing romantic about it. A lot of sweating and huffing and puffing, but no romance. Anyway,
you did whippets with
me
her?
and this girl used to be fuck buddies years and years ago. And I remember it fondly because just how freaky crazy she was and how much fun she was and how she was willing to do anything. Well, she sent me a message out of the blue. Hey, what are you up to? Blah, blah, blah. Back in the day, she went her way. I went my way. We both got married. Blah, blah, blah. She got divorced recently, about a year ago. And she goes, hey, I'm just ready to go out and have some drinks and have a good time. I'm like, dang, because she was fucking fun. You know what I mean? And we started talking, and then she sent me she FaceTimed me. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there talking to her, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, yeah, I haven't got out there yet. We've been divorced about a year, but I haven't went on any dates or anything. I'm a little bit self-conscious. Ever since I've had the kids, I've held on a couple of pounds and blah, blah, blah. And my retard ass, I say, you are not that fat.
Oh, you can't put that in there.
The word that is what killed it for me.
Yeah,
you are not that fat. I fucking said it. And the word's still hanging out there like a fucking balloon that came out of a cartoon mouth. As soon as I said it, I went, well, there goes that. And she went, well, that's real nice. Hey, I got to go. And she hasn't returned a text. She hasn't returned a text since. A message, nothing. Because of the word that.
I mean, was
you
she?
are not. She had gained a few pounds.
Were you being nice or were you being
no,
honest?
You know me. I'm not attracted really to the big girls.
Yeah.
And she had gained a few extra pounds, but she's mid to late 40s, had a couple of kids.
Yeah.
And I was, no, you are not that fat.
Yeah, they don't like that.
If I would have said, you are not fat, I'm golden.
Hey, whatever happened to the
You are not that fat.
Yeah, guys, don't.
So I basically called her fat.
Don't fall for it too. Okay, that's a trick. That's a trap question.
She didn't ask it.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's why I'm the retard.
Yeah.
She didn't ask it. She said, I'm just a little self-conscious about my weight since I had the kids. And I could have said, oh, you got nothing to be self-conscious about? Oh, you look great.
You look great.
You are not that fat.
Okay, so she didn't even say fat.
She didn't even suggest it.
She didn't say, hey, I'm looking fat.
No.
And then
all she said in the whole conversation is,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
ready to get out there and have a good time, and I'm a little self-conscious about my body since I've had my kids. And then me said, you are not that fat. My guess is
chunky.
she'll never.
You're chunky. You're not fat.
No, chunky's just as bad. But my
chunky.
guess is she'll never talk to me again. I've sent her at least 4 or 5 messages since, and fucking crickets.
Well, now you need to see if she's in the rough play, because now you just write her back, hey, Chubbs, what's up? You going to answer or what?
Well, I guarantee if she didn't respond to, you're not that fat, she sure ain't going to call back on Chubbs.
Check. Maybe you can hit the right button.
Nope.
You never know. There's pressure points, you know?
Come on, dude. I cost myself crazy fucking nights of fucking huffing and puffing. And
yeah, that was dumb.
You're not that fat.
So whatever happened to I remember you telling me a while back about this online jerk-off fun you had, where like the lady was, and you were like, I think this is gonna become a thing. Did it become a thing, or was that a one-time thing and we were out?
She got married. So I'm not opposed to it with another, but no, that one got married.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah,
that wasn't that long ago.
No. She actually, I believe, reconciled with her ex, but they had been exes for 4 or 5 years. But shortly after the last wax session, she said, hey, I'm going out to dinner with my ex. I hope it goes well. And next thing I know, she's married. So,
good for her.
And I wanted to say, can we still do the online jerk-off thing?
Oh, online cuck.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I don't think that was going to happen.
There's a comedy special came out this week by Matt McCusker, which is one of my favorite podcasters, but he's also a good comedian. He was talking about, I thought it was a great premise, where he was talking about fetishes that once you cross the line, you can't cross back. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you want to try it out, but there's certain ones that you don't do.
Bestiality.
Well, cucking was the one that he brought up. He's like, you're at the office party, or you're at you bring your friend from work home and he's fucking your wife, and you decide 5 minutes into it, this is just not for you. You know what I mean? And he's like, that's not something you can really turn back. He's like, then you got to break them up, and they're like 2 fucking fighting dogs. Get off! Ah! And sometimes you got to marinate.
You better.
You got to marinate your bowls in coffee to really make them
and
taste
the computer.
Good. Oh, and the computer. So, Chris, take it over.
Hey, I'll talk for a while. I'm the guy who didn't spill coffee on the computer, on the console.
Oh, all over.
But, so to reiterate, me and Matt are going to take donations. We both have Venmo. Any funds raised are going to go to Take Back Pervert t-shirts, Take Back Pervert bumper stickers, anything taking back the word pervert. We want it back. It's our word. It will not be used in the negative. And Matt, we're going to get that word back.
I feel like Matt's a weird representative of this, because I don't really consider Matt a pervert.
It was his idea.
I know, but
matter of fact, I'm going to call him chairman. I'm vice chairman.
Is he just appealing to you? I just don't feel like this is Matt's cause.
Then I'll call him true friend.
Okay, fair enough there.
If my cause is important,
hey, tell
it's
me,
important to him.
Since we're
Hey, you know what's funny though?
What?
We just got done doing a segment called "I'm a fucking idiot."
Yeah.
And you spilled coffee all over the computer.
I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
you are a fucking idiot.
And
And see if there's anybody out there who knows how to fix a computer that had fucking coffee spilled all over.
The good part is that's not the important part of the computer. All right, just don't worry about it.
And what kind of gay gentleman puts cream in his coffee?
This one, and I don't know if that makes me gay.
It does.
No, You know what? Yesterday I was at Kroger and I needed just a few items. And of course, if I was you, I would have went and got the small cart.
Absolutely.
So what I was planning on doing, and I didn't end up doing because I never saw a small cart. In fact, I think Kroger's got rid of them because they switched to plastic carts, which I'm not so sure I'm cool with, by the way. All right?
They're lighter.
They're yeah, whatever. I don't like them. They're not as big. Anyhow, I don't see the small carts, but I was planning on getting a small cart, loading it up, and taking a picture. Hey, look at me, I'm Chris T's. Whoopsie-daisy.
That wouldn't have been good. That's a negative word.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I was
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna.
a
That was
negative
between friends. We were
Oh,
gonna
you know
do
what?
it.
Speaking of the grocery store, I did see something so fucking funny, and I haven't seen it in years because I thought they redesigned the carts to fucking change this. Oh my god, this dumb bitch. I'm probably a very nice woman.
I was gonna say you've definitely seen a dumb bitch sometime in the last year.
You've obviously seen people hang 6-packs of canned Coke on the side of the cart. Mm-hmm. They hang them over the little lip. Woman stuck it on there, punctured one of the cans, and it's squirting all over the fucking place. I wanted to laugh, like, right in her face, but I was only like 8 inches away from her when she did it. Ooh, I just heard some fucking...
Don't worry about it. Go on.
Feedback. I thought they redesigned the carts so those little points got a little that weren't as sharp. Mm-hmm. But as soon as she set it on there, this fucking Dr. Pepper was... was everywhere. And I wanted to say, God, you're a fucking idiot. But I didn't. But
you should have.
You know what?
Just lambasted
I'm trying to be nicer to people.
Why?
To their face.
I don't know if I was talking about that to my wife today. I was like, this, like, do you think someone like automatically just assumes I'm an asshole, or is this an asshole move? You don't like somebody. You're in a work setting. All right. Neither of you care for each other, but you have to pass each other in the hallway constantly and shit like that.
Yeah.
Do you give the old head nod? Do you give them the old hello? Do you the people you do not like?
I do.
And they don't like you. It's a two-way street. It's not just like me not liking them and
Oh, if I know they don't like me?
Neither we don't like each other, and we're the only two passing in the hallway.
No, you get no head nod from me.
Do you get the head nod? Do you say hello?
Now, if I don't like you, but I don't know you don't like me, I'm still going to, hey, how you doing?
Don't you feel that's fake?
Well, yeah, it is fake.
Okay, well...
I don't feel it's fake. It is fake.
Well, then, does it make you an asshole if you don't do that? Because sometimes I think people... there's many reasons why I'm an asshole. I'm not going to fucking skirt around that. Like, I understand I'm an asshole. But I know certain people think I'm an asshole for things like that. And I don't feel like I'm being an asshole for that. I feel like I'm just literally being real. Like, why are we wasting our time pretending like we like each other? We know it's not. You know what I mean? I don't like you. You don't like me. We can coexist, but why fucking acknowledge each other?
Well, there's people that I don't care for that I work with, but there's not really any I hate.
No, I got some hates, but I fall to hate pretty quickly. So I'm not one of those guys. I save hate for the special. No, I got a lot of hate in my heart. I can spread it, man. We're fine. I need to get it out. It's better I put it on them than put it on myself. God damn it.
See, I think the funniest relationship and one that I really fucking value, honestly, and you know her because we work together, is my friendship with Portia.
Why?
Because we're friends. We like each other.
Uh-huh.
When I see her, I give her a hug. How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
But then it goes straight to, all right, now get your fucking hands off me, you stinky fuck. She fires at me. I fire back at her.
Well, that's just her. She does that to everybody.
I think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she is funny.
But, when it comes down to it, we're friends, and I'll give her a hug. How you doing? And then it's like we'll get on the elevator, and I'll bump again. Ooh, get that fucking hand away from me, you nasty fuck. I laugh my ass off every time I see her because I wonder what's going to come out of her mouth, and I say the same kind of shit. And I like relationships like that. Because I have that fucking kind of sense of humor. If there's somebody I look at that person, I go, fuck, I don't like that guy. Or I don't like that girl. You know what? I guess, because it happened to me just the other day, I passed somebody that I don't care for. And I actually even kind of looked at the wall just because if somebody does give you the head nod, you're obligated, I think, to give it back.
I won't. If I don't like them and they don't like me and they give me the head nod, I give them a weird look. I don't give them a head nod. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I did pass somebody without even fucking
nod yourself, fuckface.
Looking in her direction.
Oh, look at you hating women.
I'm not hating women, just this.
You're a woman hater,
asshole.
dude. You're a woman hater.
No, I'm not. I love women.
No, you hate women.
I do not hate women. I love women.
I'm just gripping on something. Hey, you said you had some funny shit about a fetish site or some shit.
Oh, all these fuck sites that I'm on. It's like, let's make this very clear. I've only fucked one person off one of these sites, and that was the one new cuck thing.
The muscular chick.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, dude, I saw yesterday when we were I was working, and there's a couple that passed, and the chick was on the inside, right, and she was ripped, fucking ripped. I couldn't tell by the face or anything. I could just see she was ripped, and she was staring like this into the craps pit, and instantly I'm like, that's Chris's cuck. She's looking for him. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like, because looked like she was looking for an employee. It's just the way she was doing it when she was holding the guy's hand. But the guy she was with had no muscles at all.
No, it wasn't.
So I thought that, and then I'm like, well, she is in the cuck, so it could be someone else. But then I was like, nah, it's not her. It can't be her, right? No. So yeah, but instantly I went there and I said it to somebody else on my table, like, Chris is into that. I'm like, well, he is now. It's his new thing.
It's just I'm into fun. I'm into no hurt nobody fun. But anyway. I've literally, that's the only couple I've ever met off there. I like to get the messages and see what, weird people are out there. I love to talk about this shit. Well, I got a message yesterday from this woman in Kentucky. She's 52 years old. And she sent me a picture. Hey, how you doing? Husband allows me to fuck guys on the side, blah, blah, blah. I'm not looking for anything except a fun fuck. And I'm looking at her picture going, oh, she's pretty attractive. You know what I mean? She's in like Florence or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even pay attention to the name on her profile until she sent me the next picture. The name on her profile is Natural Girl. So she sends me a picture of her laying naked like this with hairy armpits.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something.
Old Natty.
It was the grossest thing I've ever seen. You take away all of her attributes. There's great fake boobs, the pretty face, the nice butt, all gone with the hairy pits.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And I didn't respond. And she finally sent me a message back. She goes, hey, did I lose you? And I'm like, well, no, your hairy armpits lost me. And then I got to fuck you.
I like that you said it.
Yeah, I got to fuck you.
Why a fuck you, though?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I feel like that's being honest. I really don't. I don't get it. Like, you should be able to let saying that. Like, I didn't say I don't like you. I just don't. I'm not attracted to hairy armpits.
Well, she probably would have preferred it if I would have said, well, it's just not my thing. But when she said, did I lose you? I said, no, your hairy pits did. And I guess it came off as a little harsh.
I guess.
But she's got to realize. Now, first of all, I'm convinced that 99 out of 100 men that are on these weird fuck sites are going to fuck anything
they don't
any
care.
time. They don't care. So she's probably not used to the one that says no.
Well, and she is advertising herself as such. She's natural girl.
But I hadn't seen any pictures of her. The first one she sent me was her standing topless on a boat. And I'm like, oh, she's nice. Nice boobs, cute
Arms
face.
down, though.
Arms down. Yeah, like this, holding a beer or something.
Yeah.
And then the next picture is her laying butt-ass naked like this, which I brought with me.
Okay, yeah, let me.
And
by the way,
I cropped it so you could get a better view.
Hairy legs?
She does have hairy legs. She's hairy everywhere.
That's
and
more
if she's natural that way, that her box.
Oh yeah, she got bush. She got bush.
Oh, she's in Louisville.
Ew.
I know, right?
Yeah, that gross, dude. That's
gross.
That don't even look like girl hair. That looks like guy hair. I don't know what the difference is.
She's got great boobs, got a cute face, but she's got that.
That's not cool.
That's gross.
That's gross to me too. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you're my wife, and
she's proud of it too.
Oh yeah, that's why she calls herself.
But that's again, that there's obviously dudes into that because she's showcasing that hairy pit to you.
No, there's also dudes into fucking anything at any time, and that's the ones that don't give a fuck. If it was me, I'd just say, if I was the kind of guy that'll fuck anything, which I'm not.
She was a redhead, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Those are ginger pits.
I just hold her arms down.
Ugh.
But at the same time, then you're humping and pumping, and you're feeling her hair rubbing against your legs. Not my thing.
The legs bother me more than the armpits.
And imagine the squatch. The squatch has got to look like,
the legs bother me more than the squatch.
Like she's riding on Don King's shoulders.
Yeah, your 1980s reference is still kicking, but either way, I'd still rather have the hairy pussy than the hairy legs.
I would too, and especially the pits.
Yeah, the hairy legs.
And when I said that, I got to fuck you instantly, and I'm like, why am I getting to fuck you? But I'm just being honest. I guess I could have been nicer about it, but these sites aren't to make friends or fucking relationships. These sites are, let's get together and bang.
Yeah.
And I'm not banging hairy legs and hairy armpit.
I don't blame you, man.
Not doing it.
Hey, you know who probably would, though? Is Hairy Guy. And we do got some emails this
Hairy
week.
Guy would.
So, yeah.
Hairy Guy would. Fuck, I think anything that said yes, I think.
Probably. Hey, it's the emails, and we got a record, not a record, but I mean, we haven't had this in a while. We got 3 different emails. Now,
Loving
first
it.
off, let's say the first email is from Ronnie Carter, who's a friend of ours, funny guy. His email, he took Matt's advice. Remember a couple weeks ago, Matt wrote in, and he didn't actually write in. He just sent some audio clips in and did a
like
fuck
that.
you and an asshole and stuff like that, and we enjoyed that. And Ronnie went up and did that, and we will play his during the last segment, so the fuck you segment. When he has an asshole also, but we don't have assholes, so we're gonna
We've
put
met
them
nice
in there.
people this week.
Yeah, we're real cool guys. We're going to put that at the end. So, Ronnie, thanks for writing in. For any of you else that want to write it, go ahead. Juice, that was aggressive. Aggressive. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I'm getting over my 1980s. That's usually you, dude.
I haven't said that word in 6 months.
I know. I feel bad. All right, anyways. I don't feel that bad.
Not
But
a hater.
either
I haven't
way.
said it in 6 months.
Awful
at least.
Pertins.
Pertins?
God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
I think I have that anyways. Yeah, never mind. I have the email thing. I don't have to switch this.
And just
I
so you
wasted all this
know,
time.
just because we do this,
Yep.
the word advice has a D in it.
What did I say?
Advice.
Do I say that?
Yeah, he took Matt's advice.
Yeah, you're right. I do say it like
Yeah,
that.
there's no D.
Yeah, but
But
again,
in the word, it's spelled A-D.
My
Like,
culture.
Literally, the second letter. Oh, my bad. I didn't
My
mean to go
culture.
after your culture.
my culture speaks like that, dude.
The inbred culture.
Call it what you will. All right. Either way, it's my culture.
All right, my bad.
We speak. You got your slang. I got my slang. All right.
Take back pervert.
Yeah, this guy all obsessed with pervert. Me, I just say things all fucked up, and so do my people. Anyways, this guy's not really one of my people, but he writes in. Hairy guy. All right, boys. I'm coming to you live and hammered in this email. I'm going to read this email exactly like he wrote it, by the way, because some of these words don't make any sense. And don't blame me this time.
That's his culture. Get off it.
No, he was drunk. This is a nerdy dart. Whoopsie daisy. God damn it! Nailed it 4 times.
Wow.
That we're beeping these.
We ain't beeping shit. We don't censor.
I think I'm gonna censor. All right. First off, let me give a big dick you. Dick you. I don't think he meant to say dick you.
I don't either.
But give a big dick you to the Cincinnati Reds. Suck a dick, all of you. Especially you, Small Dick Nick.
That's called front runner right there.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Small Dick Nick. Denzel, that is. I'm pretty sure it's Denzel, right? Not Denzel.
Yeah, he's talking
All
about
right.
Senzel, yeah.
How is it we got rid of Big Dick Nick and kept the smallest one? Oh, and keep the smallest one. I guess that's Cincinnati for you. All right. So for one thing, I'm not sure. Is Harry Guy even from Cincinnati? Isn't he from some like hills somewhere?
I don't know.
Like some Pennsylvania hills or some
I don't
stupid
know.
shit.
But I know Castellanos didn't exactly lighten up the league.
No, he's not, and he costs too much money. And and you know what? We actually sent Senzel down.
Yeah, we did.
We sent him down to the minors again. I don't think he's going to make it back to the Reds. I think he's either going to get traded or released. They don't have a
had too
spot
many
for him.
injuries.
He
He's had
gets
too many
injured too
injuries.
much. He's not consistent enough at the bat, and
And they don't know where to play him anymore.
And he
all
threw-
these good young talents they have
Yeah.
are most of them are outfielders.
And he, when he was on third base the other day, he threw a ball from third base to the second row of the fucking he
Put
might
a fork
be
in
done.
him.
Either way, Harry Guy. Okay. Next up, I'd like to give a shout out to the greatest boxer of all time and my idol these past few years, Jake Paul. The problem child whooped Nate like the pussy he is and got the W fair and square. Don't believe me? Look at the results. All these people talking about it's rigged. Nate will win in the fight in any day. Shut the fuck up.
It was a boxing match, dumbass.
It was a boxing match.
Nate
and
Diaz is an MMA fighter. That's like saying you're going to play darts against this pastry chef over here.
it's true.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I do agree.
Let Diaz fucking grapple with him, and the fight's over in a minute and a half.
He put him in a choke in the 6th round.
I
It was
know.
hilarious. That fight was a ridiculous fight, by the way.
I know.
I mean, Jake Paul can, I guess, box mediocrely.
He can box, yeah.
Mediocrely, is that a word? It is in my culture. I don't give a fuck if it is for
I
real.
think it would be he's a mediocre boxer.
Okay. Well, anyways, he's not that great. And Nate Diaz is not great at all at boxing. In fact,
Right.
the way he was boxing was cracking me up. He was doing that same shit he does in MMA where he kind of just slaps people.
Yeah.
But with boxing gloves, it's not really going to do anything.
No.
He maybe got a few straights in that were okay, a couple okay shots. But for the most part, he would have been racking up points in MMA. But really in MMA, he's just trying to get you off your game, then get you to the ground and choke you out. He's not really looking to knock you out per se. If it happens, cool. And it can happen. If you hit somebody in the right spot, it can always knock them out. But His punches are more to wear you out and get you down and
Get
grind
you on the
up.
ground and choke the shit out of you, or bend your arm so it breaks.
Exactly.
Like
He's a jiu-jitsu guy in the end. And in an MMA match, it wouldn't even be fucking close.
No.
I mean, unless Jake knocked him out, which is going to happen. I mean, Nate Diaz is getting older, and Jake Paul does hit like a fucking...
He does.
Like, what is it? What is my word?
Freight train?
No, I had a brick shit house.
Brick shit house.
Yeah, brick shit house.
But that's a play on
shit
words.
Brick
That's
house?
okay. Brick shit house.
Shit brick house.
You say shit brick house.
I like
It's
mixing
really
it up.
brick shit. Yeah, but that's
My
okay.
culture does that.
That's a word play. It's all right.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's creative.
But either way, how could your fucking hero be Jake Paul? Regardless, like,
And how can you
dork.
put greatest boxer of all time anywhere in the same fucking area code?
I'm
as
pretty
Jake
sure
Paul?
that's a troll, but I'm not so
Well, yeah,
sure
but-
that his hero part is a troll. I think he really digs the guy, regardless.
Well, I think he digs the guy because here's a fucking self-made dude. Him and his brother,
true.
YouTubers. Next thing you know, he's fucking making millions of dollars. He's all over the fucking thing, and good for him for fucking making his way. But he's never fought anyone really that.
He's never fought a top 100 boxer.
No, how much does he weigh? What weight class is he?
Lightweight,
Lightweight?
170
Light
range,
heavy?
170 to 80 range or something.
he's
like
light
that.
heavy, probably.
Maybe 85. I don't remember honestly. He's
But I'm saying you put Jake Paul.
he's a decent sized dude. He's not
All
a
right,
small guy.
Decent sized dude. I think heavyweight is 200. So let's say hypothetically weighed 200.
I think
and
he
you
would
put him in the
he
ring.
would fight like Canelo's people. He would fight Canelo.
Yeah, and Canelo would destroy.
It wouldn't be fun.
No.
Well,
But
it
I
would
mean-
be fun for me, but
But I mean, what if let's say Jake Paul weighed 200 pounds and you stuck him in there with Tyson Fury?
he'd get murdered.
Murdered.
Yes.
But he's fighting guys that
He got beat pretty handily
That are
by
either
his little brother who
older than
sucks.
me.
Yeah.
Older than me, or he's fighting
Older than
MMA
you.
guys that aren't allowed to fucking take you down.
No, it's a different
joke.
thing.
It's
It's a
a
different
fucking
thing.
joke. And the thing about it is, he's brilliant because he's making millions of dollars along the way. He doesn't even give a fuck that people are saying, "Oh, you're fake, you're phony, bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah," because he's rich.
Yeah.
You know, he was smart to do it, but to call him a great boxer, he's a decent boxer, but you put him up against guys like Canelo and it's over real fast.
He's a decent amateur boxer.
Yeah.
You know, he's not at a professional level, he's not there. I mean, that's fine. But I'll give the guy credit. He works his ass off. You know,
He
he's
does.
really trying, and maybe one day he will be that. Who knows? But he's definitely not that now. And I don't know. He's a troll.
I mean,
So-
I would love to see him, honestly, I would love to see Jake Paul just take one of the Deontay Wilder haymakers that came from Florida.
Yeah,
He'd be lights out forever.
everybody would.
Ever. Yeah. Except Tyson Fury. Tyson
Yeah.
Fury takes those.
And even he was lights out for 9 seconds.
He was.
And he
But
got up
then
like
he got
the
up and beat
Undertaker.
his ass. But the whole point is, Jake Paul and Nate Diaz fighting, to me, that's a fucking joke unless you're going to let him go to the ground.
They're supposedly going to have an MMA match follow-up, but I got a feeling it'll never happen. All right, let's go on with this stupid thing.
He'll get his ass kicked.
Following, I'd like to point out that Miggy Rich had a follower on me before 2 weeks ago, and I'd say he has a brother at this point. You two needle dicks tried to turn Miggy into a corporate political puppet. No can do for my boy Miggy. Keep on Keeping On is on repeat in my car and is coming on anytime I hear a political argument debate from now on. I'd rather hear about Chris's vein than hear about AOC on her latest Sibian ride. Okay, I don't remember ever talking about AOC's Sibian ride.
We talked about the vein.
But we've definitely talked about the vein, and it's not surprising to me that he's interested in your vein.
And let me tell you something. First of all, taking back pervert, I'm not an AOC fan at all. You know that?
Yeah.
But I'd love to see her riding a Sibian. She's hot.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah,
She's definitely
real
pretty. I feel like she's getting
If there
prettier.
was a video out there of her riding a Sibian, I'm calling in.
She's that type of woman too. Like when you see her when she was younger, she wasn't that pretty. Like in her early 20s, and you know,
Ugly duckling.
Yeah, like she was
Beautiful
and
swan.
she just, as she's getting older, she's getting prettier and prettier. I seen her the other day doing some kind of like live stream answered question
She's
thing.
quite attractive.
And she was just sitting around the house and just had her hair normal. You know, just was like look normal. And I was
Yeah.
like, God damn, she is fucking like just
Yeah.
pretty. You know,
Yeah.
and you know,
And when she dolls herself
She-
up to be on TV or whatever, she's like, God.
yeah, she loses me a little bit nowadays politically because she's became a run-of-the-mill Democrat. But either way, I'd still rather. I don't know. I don't want to talk about
I do a lot
I
to
don't
see
know what
her
he tried to
ride
do
the
here. I guess he was saying that when Miggy was brushing us off because we were talking politics, and he's on Miggy's team. He's a big Miggy fan.
All right, well,
So,
first of all,
I'm glad Miggy has fans.
big Miggy Rich fan here, too. That day was a little weird, but
Yeah, I
I mean,
agree.
you got to admit that I think if you put out a Miggy Rich album right now, every cut in it has skinny dipping in it.
Yeah, skinny dipping.
But every song has skinny dipping. But it is nice to know that Miggy's got those hazel eyes looking at me.
Yeah, that's a romantic line that he threw in there. All right. Lastly, GPGK and I will be making a trip to our local tennis tournament coming up this Monday, 8/14, which is tomorrow, probably the day this gets released. If anybody would like to join the 3 of the best sports bettors around, I know on making a little cash. This doesn't make any sense. This email sucks. Hey, hairy guy, don't get drunk and write us ever again. That's GP's thing. He was good at it. You're not. All right, that's it. I have bushes to trim and buttholes to rim. I do like that line. I don't believe
it's
it.
It's a lie.
I don't believe it coming out of him.
And if you do have buttholes to rim, they're male.
And this is all right, never mind. I will save this.
It's called you gay.
He sent another one in, another email following directly this, and it was a fuck you. So should I save that for the fuck you section?
Yeah, save that for the fuck you.
I think it's just a lame attempt to get laid, probably. Like, he was probably bragging to this girl that he's a regular on a podcast or something.
Okay.
You know, and trying to get this girl to listen, and hopefully she does listen. And if she does, please fuck him. I mean, he needs something to live for. All right, he's going to end up hanging in a closet if he don't get some pussy on a regular basis here soon. All right?
Forget the regular basis part.
Yeah, ever. All right, thanks for writing in, though, hairy guy. You're our man.
Love you.
Love you, buddy. All right, we got another email. This is from someone that wrote in again named R. Feldman. We don't know who he is. We really don't. And this one, I read it today, I think it came in, and I read it, and it's serious. So for you guys, what this is like, kind of what we were asking for to a certain extent. We were asking for real
advice,
as the fucking dorks say. Hi, shut up, guys. I like that, shut up, guys. I need some advice, and who better to ask than you guys, period. I've been married for 17 years, and about 10 years ago, I found out that my wife had slept with a coworker during a holiday party period. She begged for forgiveness and said it would never happen again, and for the benefit of my family, I let it go. Well, I don't know what this means. Either ways, at times I admit it still eats at me. I feel like I should just go ahead and fuck somebody so it will be even, but I question myself whether that's the right thing to do or not. Please help me. Thank you, R. Feldman.
That's really serious.
Yeah, that's really serious. So he wants help, man. This guy has been married for 17 years, and he found out, I guess, 7 years ago that his wife banged someone at a holiday party. I don't know. When he said coworker, I don't know if that's his coworker or her coworker, or if they work together.
Holiday party's probably hers.
I'd hope so. It would suck if they worked together and they all still work together. I think that'd be a little bit tougher to forgive.
No, because he wasn't there.
I know, but okay, true. Well, he might have been. Maybe he was downstairs partying and she's upstairs in the fucking broom closet sucking dick. All right, disrespectful, you whore. Anyways.
And he wants our worldly advice.
And I've been married for a long time, and what would I do if I found out? I that's so hard to say, and I understand what he's saying, like, you don't want to break up the family over something like that, but I could see that also completely fucking eating at you all the time.
All the time. But how long ago he said it happened, like 10 years ago?
7 years ago, I believe.
7 years ago. My advice... dude, you're still the one in the family that can look your kids in the eye.
True.
You've learned to live with it. I say let it go, dude.
Well, I don't know if he's learned to live with it. I mean, he says he's eating it up. It's eating him alive. Here's my thing, though. I do believe that going out and fucking someone is not going to make it better. It's going to do two things. For one thing, it is going to take away that high horse you can stand on. No longer are you in the complete right when you went out and did it too, regardless of who did it first.
Now, if you get divorced and you try to tell your kids, well, mommy went outside the marriage. No. You did too.
Yeah. You're both sleazeballs at that point. So you lose that. But also, I got a feeling that if you stayed true for 17 years, that at this point cheating would eat you up in a different way. All right, so now you might have two things on your mind instead of one. Now she cheated, and now you know that you did it, and it did not make you feel better. Now you feel worse, and now whatever. And I don't know if your relationship was different 7 years ago. Maybe they were on the rocks, something like that. And because relationships all go through up and downs. That's a normal thing. Now cheating, not so much.
But see, the thing about it is, with me, me, I don't like the cheating thing. Hate it. My wife and I, we're divorced. My ex-wife and I were divorced. Well, neither one of us ever cheated. I couldn't look my kids in the face. I just couldn't do it. Hey, your daddy's a piece of shit. Couldn't do it. So my advice to you is, like Jason was saying, you still got that high horse you can stand on forever. Forever and ever.
Yeah.
At least let your kids grow up and get out of school before you make a decision like that.
Yeah, and as far as that weighing on your mind, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think there's ever going to be something that's going to make that better. And if you're willing to eat it for the kids and stay married, then that's just part of, eating it. You know
well,
what I mean?
for 7 years, you said, okay, I will let it go. I'll forgive, blah, blah, blah. Apparently it hasn't happened again, so I say let it
See,
try to let
that's
it go.
my problem, though, is I've always had this just theory in general that if it happens once, it's probably going to happen again. You know what I mean? Like, the kind of person that cheats usually stays... Cheaters usually stay cheaters. It's not usually something... Not always, but... usually that's the case. So
sometimes a cheater will go, fuck, I almost lost this.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I'm not going to do it again. I was fucked up, and that's always the excuse. But I just say fucking around on her just because it's not going to make you feel better.
No, and usually when you're like... When he says that eating them up, I'd have to know a little bit more what he means by that. Like, there's certain things that eat you up where you just think about it all the time, and then there's certainly, when you say eating you up, does that mean, like, you've lost all trust in her? So now every time she leaves, are you like, oh, she's fucking some other dude, or she's doing this or doing that? Now, if
you can't do that for 7 years.
Well, that's what I mean. If you're still at that point, then you need to just cut it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it's time to go. Because at that point, you're not even loving the same person. Nothing's the same. If you can't live any of your life in trusting your other, then what's the fucking point, regardless of the family?
I'll call you R. Send us a follow-up email at some point, filling in the blanks of what we don't know. Is your marriage goodish these days? Have you ever suspected it? Blah, blah, blah. Fill us in, because that way I think we'll know how to answer it a little bit better, but I think we're both on the same side that if you do it, it's just going to tear you up in a different way.
Yeah, it does matter so much in how their marriage is now. Yeah. Like, eating them up regardless, I mean, that's never going to not bother you a little bit. It's not. But there's different levels of it, and if you have a good, strong relationship now that you both enjoy and everything else, and there's no drama, then okay, then yeah, it is probably the right thing to do is just let it continue eating up a little bit and swallow your pride.
But I would also like to know, does she still work with this guy?
Yeah. Now, and
how did you find out?
If you're still thinking about cheating, though, I wonder... If you're not in that great relationship, and that's where people like say they stay together for the kids or the family, sometimes you got to look at that a little bit harder, because it's not good for a kid to grow up in an environment where their parents don't get along and they're never talking to each other, or they're always yelling at each other.
These are things we don't know about your marriage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So there's different things. You say you kept together for the family, but let's take a look at how much it actually affects the family. Your kids are going to grow up all fucked up because their mom and dad never stopped yelling at each other their whole life.
Very true.
Then they're going to have bad relationships and everything else. You're much better just to get a divorce and either be single, and figure out how to do it and parent that way than you are subjecting your kids to just fucking trauma their whole life.
But I do believe that there is a chance that, this woman made a bad fucking mistake, but she could truly, honestly be sorry. And
if you guys have moved past it and have a great relationship now, then the thing to do definitely isn't the cheat, because that's just going to take a chance of throwing it into that other level.
If you were going to do that, you should have done it the day after you found out.
Yeah, or just, in my feeling always, if you feel like cheating, then get out of the relationship.
I'm with you.
There's nothing holding you into it. Just, I get it, divorce and everything's a pain in the ass, but so is fucking your family over completely. You know what I mean? And if that becomes a bigger thing than it needs to be, you going out and fucking around, and now all of a sudden your kids are all fucked up for it, and your mom's, or and the wife, everybody's fucked up. It's just not worth it. Just fucking get out of it. You're better off that way.
Either learn to live with it, or get out of the marriage. But I'm not telling you to get out of the marriage. You might. I mean, you've been around 7 more years since this. Is probably okay. It probably just fucking pops into your head every now and then when you're not fucking, you don't expect it. It just happened. Fuck somebody.
Here's what you really do, all right? So you're angry and you need to get that out. So you find her favorite, like, aunt, something like that. You find her favorite aunt, and you fucking brutally murder her. And you let her know. You fuck her up. You murder her. You abuse her before you murder her. I wouldn't rape her. That's mean. But, do everything else.
I wonder if this...
And then, shut up. I'm trying to explain this. I'm trying to explain this to our fucking loyal listeners. They need to know what to do if their fucking wife cheats. You murder their favorite family member, not children. That's fucking rude. Make sure you don't get caught. You bury them. You fake empathy. You do whatever you got to do to get through the funeral. But in the back of their head, they know. They know. Don't fuck with me.
Hey, for the record, don't murder anybody.
He's a pussy.
Don't murder anyone. And that won't help.
All right. Anyways, we got anything else going on?
That went dark. You turned that real dark.
Well, I needed to get something. Fast. It was fucking boring.
It wasn't boring. You know what?
I'm all about serious stuff, but
this poor guy needed our worldly advice, and we gave it to him.
Yeah.
Thanks for writing in. We appreciate you, and do it again. Maybe next time something that's not such a downer, but
yeah, dude.
Hey, you stuck something in your butt. Is it normal? Yeah, that kind of question is okay too.
Kristen has all the answers to this, so you're in good company as far as that's concerned.
Yeah. So that was got 2 emails. One good, one serious, and one really fucked up. Hairy guy, I love you, hairy guy, but God, dude,
he just kind of went off in the weeds there.
He's fucked up.
Yeah, he's got. Is he developing a drinking problem? How old is he? He's a little old to be start
20s.
Oh, is he still that young?
I think he's still
all
in the
right.
20s.
Well, I guess that's a good time for a drinking problem.
Hey, you know what?
Have at it, buddy.
I know there's all kinds.
He's finding himself.
I know there's all kinds of fake shit going on Facebook. People post this fake shit, but this guy actually posted this thing, and I never laughed harder in my life. It's a picture of Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
In his trunks, next to LeBron James in boxing trunks.
Oh, I saw that.
And the guy said, "I don't know, man. It'd be a good fight, but I take LeBron." And I'm sitting there thinking, first of all, it'll be a good fight.
He's built different.
Retard. Second of all, I'll take LeBron. You're a fucking idiot.
No,
Tyson could be 75 years old and take LeBron in about 2-3 seconds.
However long it takes for him to punch him in the ribs.
Punch. Yeah.
And you don't want to have to hit him in the face. In fact, that would be the wrong move. You got his torso's so big.
Yeah.
That's one body shot, and LeBron's on the ground.
At LeBron built, and he's built like a shit brick house. He's not a fighter, dude.
He's a bad boy, but you got to train to take punches like that, more or less from one of the hardest punchers in the history of the world.
Years. Honestly, Tyson would hit him once in the stomach or the ribs, and the fight's over.
It's done.
It's over.
It's over. The guy
LeBron's on his. You want to talk about flopping?
Yeah,
that would be the ultimate.
It's like
flop.
when you see like a regular ass dude take a leg kick from an MMA fighter. Yeah. Now, in an MMA fight, that's a jab. That's nothing. That's just maybe score a point or something. You don't think anything about it. But you just give that same boring ass leg kick to a regular ass dude, he's on the ground crying like you just hit him with a bat.
It's funny
you
talk about that. Back at Metropolis, where I worked for so long, about once a month we had cage fights.
Yeah.
And we had some big names there. Rich Franklin was usually the referee. George Gurgel was there.
Yeah. A
bunch of guys that are up-and-comers and whatnot. And then some experienced fighters that are on the end of their career. Well, they got, for this one thing, for the main event, there was a local guy. He's a cop. And he's a badass.
Boo! Oh,
but
sorry.
He couldn't get beat. He was huge, and he couldn't get beat. And everybody that came to fight him just got the living shit kicked out of him. So they hired, for this one night, Jeremy Horn. And this was at the tail end of the Jeremy Horn days. But he's still a badass, you know what I mean? And all they asked him is, look, not first round. Go to the third round, please. And then you can finish him in the third. Because Jeremy Horn, he's not a big muscular guy. He's kind of chubby. You know what I mean?
Well, not back then. He was. I get what you're saying. He's not super ripped.
So they go in the ring, and this guy, this cop that was one of the fighters, big, huge dude, and he's towering over Jeremy Horn. But Jeremy Horn's standing there, and they're kind of exchanging a few little jabs. And Jeremy Horn picks up that right leg and just smacks him on the thigh. Okay? You heard it. You heard it all throughout the fucking building. Smack! And then smack, smack. And he just kept doing it. He's like, well, if I can't hit this guy and I can't take him down and take him out, I'm just going to take out this leg.
Yeah, and it's going to do it
he ended
quickly.
up kicking him for the whole first round.
Yeah.
In the second round, that guy was taken out in an ambulance with multiple blood clots in his fucking leg.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. He couldn't walk out of the ring. And the fight doctor that was there is like looking at it, and he's like, dude, we need an ambulance here now. There's blood clots in there. I can see him, blah, blah, and you know what I mean? And he was taken out of a fucking ambulance. And all Jeremy Horn was just doing is sitting there smacking him on the leg. And I'm like, take a regular guy and do that once. I'm probably done.
And that was
twice.
And that was 25 years ago with Jeremy Horn, who's not the baddest motherfucker ever. You know what I mean? Like back then he was really good, don't get me wrong, but like compared to like one of the real good ones nowadays, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You get one of those real bad motherfuckers kick you in your leg, you're not walking for a week. And these guys will do it all night.
I mean, it literally leg kicks kicked him in the same spot for like a whole round. And literally, the guy's taken out on a fucking...
That's what's always so annoying when the normal everyday guy thinks they stack up the professional athletes in any sport or anything. You know what I mean? Like the basketball, anything. It's just like you don't understand the difference in level of how good they are compared to you. It's not the same, man.
It's not the same at all.
No,
and these guys, first of all, these guys work their ass off every single fucking day. I mean, any NBA player, NFL player, in the offseason, they're not out partying, drinking every day. They're lifting. They're doing other stuff. They're honing their fucking bodies. But they've also, on top of that, have got an incredible gift for it. They were given a gift.
You're a super athlete.
Right. You were given this gift of basketball, and now it's up to you to make you as good as he can. And these other guys that think, well, fuck it, dude, I never miss 3-pointers. I can hit 3-pointers all day.
Yeah.
I'll take this guy on. Well, you're not going to get a 3-pointer off because he's going to block every single fucking one of them and steal the ball the other times.
And he's probably not, and you know, and the regular NBA player, maybe that's not even his specialty is defense.
No, but
you know what I mean?
do it anyway.
If you put him on an NBA court, he sucks at defense.
Yeah.
But to you, he's going to make you look like a fucking moron.
I know. And the same goes for football and baseball and everything else.
All of them.
You know, all pro athletes say the hardest thing to do is to hit a fucking baseball.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's the hardest thing to do. And these guys that are fucking, you know, out there saying, oh, no, I play softball, I'm fucking badass, I hit over the park. You're not going to see these pitches. They're going to go by you so fast, you're not even going to see them.
So I don't remember this kid's name, right? But we were, I was playing, you know, in a beer league softball thing. And my last year going, I had built a pretty good team of a bunch of guys that played softball. They weren't really friends at this point. I went for a team of friends, like an actual good team with like 2 friends.
Okay.
But either way, this one kid joined the team, right? And he was drafted in the first round by the Marlins back in like the 90s, or late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. You know, a top 10 prospect in baseball when he got to college. Or he went to college first, but he got drafted by the Marlins and then ended up going to college. And when he went to college, all he did was just fucking get pussy and get wasted. And he threw his career away. I mean, this kid was like a super talent, completely threw his career away. Now he's like a single dad playing softball on a Monday night, just fucking around, drinking beers and stuff. But this dude was just, you know, it's softball, but he'd be like, all right, I'm going to hit a triple in the right field gap. Boom, triple right field gap. You know, he'd call every one of his shots. And this was a guy that didn't even make it out of college ball, and he's that fucking good compared to normal people. And not even normal people, compared to good local ball players.
Athletes,
but to like, you know, to him, it was fucking nothing. You know, he could just do whatever the fuck he wanted. And that's a low-level guy that probably could have been a professional. You know what I mean? The real good ones.
But what is it, like 1% of all college football players get drafted? Or go to the
probably
NFL?
not
No,
even
go
that.
to the NFL.
Probably not
1%.
even that. Yeah.
And, you know, you see all these guys.
I guarantee it's less than that. Yeah. It
is.
has to be, just number-wise.
You don't stack up to a pro athlete, I promise. I don't even care if it's the worst at his sport. The worst athlete on that team is going to school
everybody you know
every fucking time.
Everybody you know.
Yeah.
The worst athlete on a professional team can school everybody else you know at that sport, unless you know another professional athlete.
Agreed. And that includes Jake Paul.
Yeah, that includes Harry Guy's hero.
I think his brother is better than him.
I don't know. I've only seen his brother fight once, and he was fighting Floyd Mayweather, who is the king of knowing how to make an opponent look mediocre enough to be in the ring with them without actually affecting them.
Right.
Because he did the same thing to Conor McGregor.
And I'm sure was told, don't knock him out.
You know, he's so fucking much bigger than Floyd that I don't know if Floyd could have knocked him out. Floyd was never known to be a hard puncher. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather was never a knockout puncher.
But he could land 100 of them right here.
True, but he's also a 150-pound guy going against a 200-pound dude that's ripped. You know, Logan Paul's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
So, I mean, that was just such a mismatch of size. I could understand where Floyd may have been trying to knock him out and just couldn't. And, you know, I've seen a couple really good punches landed by Floyd in that fight.
Yeah.
But either way, Floyd, he wasn't going to get hit by anything that mattered from Logan.
That was a money
No,
grab.
of course, that's all Floyd does now. He does all
Cash
these exhibition
grabs,
fights. They're hilarious. The dude goes out and gets $20 million a fight to fight some random Asian dude in Japan or Logan Paul or, you know, whatever. That's what he does now.
Here's one for you real quick, and then we'll get off this. The national poll has a 63% wager on Elon Musk over Mark Zuckerberg.
It's never going to happen.
I know, but if
Sure,
it
Elon
did,
Musk, now he's talking about it's going to happen at the Coliseum in Rome, and they're going to do it themselves. They already cut the UFC out of it, so Dana White's already, you know, he's been promoting it now. He's going to fucking shit on it probably because that's the way Dana White works.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's we're speaking to the Romans about using the Coliseum. Shut the fuck up, Elon. He's a troll. That's what people don't realize. The guy's
and
like
the
a super smart
got
troll.
concrete seats, very uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'm not going.
I'm not sitting on a rock.
Hey,
I am
here.
not paying $10,000 to sit on a rock. I'm not
People
doing
would,
it.
dude.
Oh,
Imagine if they really could use the Coliseum, the fucking fight.
Zuckerberg's 15 years younger and has jiu-jitsu training. I mean, it's
he's a lot smaller.
Oh, yeah, Elon Musk.
Who cares, though? It's never going to happen.
No.
Why is Elon Musk going to fight? These guys are billionaires. Like, why the fuck would they do that? That don't make any sense, especially for Musk.
You pick 2 famous people you would love to see in the ring.
2 famous people I'd love to see fight.
Yeah.
Like a real fight?
Yeah. Like one of these corny fucking cash grabs, even though neither one of them needs any cash at all.
Maybe Steven Seagal and The Rock. Real fight though, not wrestling
Seagal's
fight.
fat now.
Yeah, I know, but he knows that
Still a black belt guy.
he does this shit.
Steven Seagal and The Rock.
The pressure points and shit.
I want to see
He wearing his leathers.
Taylor Swift
Ooh,
in the ring against Lizzo.
not a very good matchup, dude.
Boxing, not MMA.
Okay.
Let's face it, Taylor can dance around all night. But
Yeah.
if Lizzo lands one of those, there goes your fucking, what do you call it? The fucking Swifties or whatever. Fucking, I want to see Taylor Swift and Lizzo in the ring.
I was hearing about this week how Lizzo had to apologize for losing a little bit of weight. Her fatties were upset about her, and she's like, "Come on, I was on tour dancing. Like I can't keep the weight on."
Yeah.
It's like keep the weight on.
Hey,
You're 400 pounds.
well, that's what she wants to be. She's happy. She's comfortable there.
Yeah. Now eat that pussy banana, you son of a bitch.
We got taken off the air for that, bully.
Yeah, we'll get to that. All right, we got to probably get to some price.
Name your
Name your
price.
price.
Hey, since we're on this fighting thing, I'm going to throw one out there. For
All right, naming my
okay?
price. Who am I
You're
fighting?
naming your price and you're fighting.
All
But
right.
you can't just go down. If you're physically able to get up after a punch, you have to get up until you're just in la-la land. That's the
Okay.
only time you can quit. If you end up on your back, you're not allowed to just surrender your neck to get choked out. You're not allowed to tap. You just have to try.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to give you a lighter weight person
Okay.
to go against. Dustin Poirier. You're fighting Poirier.
Mm-hmm.
You outweigh him by 2 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a bad motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Not 2 to 1, dude. I don't weigh no 340 pounds. But either way, I'm bigger than him.
Yeah, you got to fight Poirier,
Yeah.
and you've got to give it your all. You've got to throw punches. You can't. If you get knocked down, which you will,
Yeah,
you have to pop right back up.
I wouldn't.
You have to.
I couldn't. It depends.
What
I
if
mean,
he just brushes one against your cheek?
Okay,
he
that's
misses.
fine. Then
and,
he's
ow, fuck, that hurts, but I got to get up.
well, yeah, that's fine. But
You
I
gotta
gotta
fight Dustin
I got a
Poirier.
feeling the knockout would happen pretty quickly. And it's an MMA fight,
MMA.
and I have to fight Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, and if he shoots at you, you got to try to get out of it. You got to try hard. You got to actually fight him.
50,000.
50,000?
Yeah, seems fair.
Yeah, it does.
That's a low price for an MMA. Well, it's not a low price. It's a big fight.
You're
But
leaving there hurting.
no one wants to. Oh, yeah, well, listen.
But I mean, not just hurting. I mean, maybe some.
I
serious
wouldn't
bruises.
just give him my neck per se, but I would definitely fight in a way where grappling is going to come into effect and I can fucking get choked out easier than getting knocked out. I would definitely run at him, and try to grapple, and I'm sure he would grab a hold of me and take me down and choke me out pretty quick.
But here's the little twist I'm throwing in.
Yeah.
There's judges at ringside.
Yeah.
If they think you threw the fight, there's no money.
I wouldn't say I would throw it. I'm just saying that I know that as soon as we got in a grappling exchange, I would be choked out in a
Like
minute.
if
I
you
could
walked
fight it
up
as
to
hard
him
as I
and
wanted.
Dropped your hands and just gave him your chin once.
I wouldn't want that.
No money.
I don't want to be knocked out. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. I'd come in blocking. I'd try to take any chance of him actually knocking me out, grab him, and then I'm sure at that point when I grab him, he would grab me harder and do whatever he wanted to me, and it would involve getting choked out or armbarred or something that made sense that I can tap to legitimately and not
Yeah.
just like give up.
I mean, good news is,
But I'm
no
not
matter
gonna.
how hard,
I'm not gonna do this shit with Dustin Poirier.
the good news is, no matter how hard you try,
Yeah.
it's not going to last.
That's what I
long.
mean. Like, so I can try as hard as I can. I'm just making sure that I'm trying hard to grapple him and not fist fight him because
Well, but
that
he's
will
gonna
end up
start,
a lot worse.
He's going to start the fight like
I
this.
know, and I might have to take a punch,
And a couple
I
of
might not
kicks,
even
too.
make it in.
A
all right?
couple of kicks, too.
I'm just saying, I'm giving my best. I'm trying my hardest. I can't say I'm trying to win the fight because it's impossible, but I'm trying my hardest to engage in a fight that doesn't involve punches and kicks. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if I can rush in at him before, and he doesn't, he could fucking totally light me up. And like you said, if I rush in at him and he leg kicked me hard, I'd probably be on the ground screaming.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the first calf hit hurt him, but I'd try to limp up and get down. At that point, though, wouldn't he hop on you and hit you a couple times? The ref would call it off.
Well, maybe.
So,
It was
you know.
Herb Dean or something, he'd call it off. But
But
get one
you-
of those guys that lets you go for a while.
He looks fine.
His eyes are still open. All right, I'm right around the same ballpark with you. I'd need 40 or 50 grand. because you're talking about a lot of healing, and no matter what happens,
unless you can get it to that quick grapple, and then you get choked out real quick and it's done, then you're fine.
He could land one right cross right off the bat and push out, and then you'd only be in pain for probably a couple of weeks.
Yeah, probably a week or two. Depends if you broke your jaw or not.
Right.
You know,
might get wired.
Hopefully, you get you a temple shot, and you just got a bad concussion.
Right.
And,
But I think 40-50 grand is fair.
Yeah.
Now, if it was someone like in prime Tyson, I need $1 million because you could die.
Well, you could die against him. I mean,
not as easy.
Poirier caught you with a headshot, man. If you actually try, I would argue that Poirier is more dangerous if you're in an MMA fight and you're not trying to grapple him, because I think a kick to the head, ankle to fucking chin or temple is a lot harder than any of Mike Tyson's punches. Regardless, just because kicks are so much harder than punches.
I think Tyson.
But either way, especially a glove
would break every rib in your body.
Yeah, I agree. Agreed.
And then. I mean, but what I'm saying is if Tyson came with one of those Mike Tysons, you might never wake up. And if you did, you might not know who the fuck you were.
It's not going to be good, dude. No. It's not going to be good.
And that might be like a year or two recovery time because you're full-blown fucking window licker.
See, I don't think so. I think no matter what. If
he lands it, you're done.
If Tyson's punching you and with his boxing gloves on and everything else, and you're just taking that one punch because you're never going to stand for the second one, I don't think it's going to take 2 years to recover. But it's not going to be a good time.
Dude, it could be serious brain damage.
You could have serious brain damage. You could.
All right, so let's say $50,000 for Poirier and more for Tyson.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have to get for Tyson. I'd probably at least have to start at 100. Man, I don't know, man. I probably have to do a couple hundred.
I'm needing 7 figures here. I'm needing $1
million. You need $1 million? I don't think I need $1 million.
I think there's a good chance that you could wake up full-blown fucking vegetable, man.
Those are happy people. They're caretakers, not so much.
I've been punched in the face a lot.
Yeah, not by Mike Tyson.
Never by Mike Tyson. Or anybody that could even handle a punch from Mike Tyson. So that's what I did.
Turns out I've never been punched by Mike Tyson. I don't know if this surprises anyone or not, but I personally never
I stood on a street corner outside a restaurant and made fun of his tattoo. It still didn't happen.
All right, we got a fuck you, and we got multiple fuck yous, so let's get to them.
I'm going to do mine first only because mine's very generic.
Okay.
But I did watch the Bengals play the other day. Football's in the air.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start it off by saying fuck you to the Pittsburgh Steelers and anybody who likes them. And that includes Krosky and both Kroskys and I think Rhett. All my buddies from Arizona, all you Steeler fans.
What? From Arizona?
Yeah, they're Arizona.
Fucking Arizona. Are they from Pittsburgh?
No, well, Krosky, the two Krosky brothers are from Steubenville, which is right across the river from Pittsburgh.
I'll take that.
Rhett is just a Steeler fan, and I don't know why.
Fuck you, Rhett. You don't just become a fan.
He is.
God damn it, I'm so sick of this shit.
As a matter of fact, he's like as much of a Steeler fan as we are Bengal fans.
Well,
you got to remember now. You got to remember. I think Rhett's from Arizona, but
I know Arizona didn't have a team for a long time.
We didn't have a team.
But you pick a closer team.
Well, no, because nobody wanted to be a Charger fan.
I think if the Bengals didn't exist, I would probably have been a Colts fan. They're the closest, 2 hours away. Cleveland's a little bit too far. Maybe I would have went Cleveland because maybe without the Bengals, I wouldn't have hate Cleveland as much. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be a sports hatred. I don't really have hate for Toledo. I don't give a fuck about it one way or the other. But what I'm saying is maybe a Browns guy. Nashville didn't have a team until recently, so they wouldn't have been there.
If the Bengals don't exist, I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Fair enough. I might,
because when I was a kid and I followed Earl Campbell out of Texas, I became an Oiler fan. I mean, how could you not love Barry Sanders at the time? And
True.
If there was no, you know what I mean? You loved watching Barry Sanders.
But Barry Sanders wasn't when you were a kid. You were a full-grown adult when Barry Sanders was playing.
But the whole point is that, Arizona didn't have a team for a long time. Yeah. I was an Oiler fan as a high schooler. But I've always liked the Lions. I was a big Chris Spielman fan when I was younger. Barry Sanders, if there's anybody that likes sports that doesn't like Barry Sanders, I think something's kind of wrong with you.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, so I probably would be a Lions fan.
I think I would have been a Bears fan. I was a huge Walter Payton fan, like as a real little kid, 6 years old. And I liked the 85 Bears. I was 5 years old when that happened. That was my first real football memory, was that Super Bowl and that time frame in the fridge.
But I never liked McMahon.
I don't remember liking McMahon either. I was a Payton guy, and I liked Mike Singletary a lot, and I liked the fridge. And I like
Super Bowl Shuffle.
And I like
Super
Dick
Bowl Shuffle.
Yeah, and the Super Bowl Shuffle, all that shit was cool.
Yeah.
But as far as anything else, yeah. So fuck you, Pittsburgh fans. You cunts.
Yeah, all of you. I want not, I like some of you, but I very, very, very much question your choices.
All right, this is a fuck you from Harry Guy. Fuck you, Bethany. My fuck you goes out to Bethany at Jimmy B's in Cherry Grove. Jimmy B's is a white trash bar in Cherry Grove if any of you losers want to go check it out on Beachmont Avenue.
White trash.
You fucking cunt. You couldn't do one shot with the house because you have to drive home? What are you, a third grader? You better do a shot with us next time or I'll piss in your Sprite, bitch. Anyways, I'll have to write more later this week. I'm wasted. Okay, so I think this was like a weird attempt by Harry Guy to get some puss. But typically you don't get puss by calling him a cunt and a bitch.
No, and
it came off
especially
aggressive as shit.
And you don't fucking try to shame them by doing a shot of what I'm sure was like Southern Comfort or something else 40 proof, because you're a pussy too.
And know what else? Take a hint, big guy. She didn't want to take a shot with you because she was not interested in you. Believe me, if some handsome motherfucker would have walked up and said, hey, let's take a shot, Bethany might have had a different opinion. She might not have cared so much about wrecking her fucking Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah, and how rough is it when a white trash girl doesn't want anything to do with you?
I don't know. She's white trash.
Well, you said the whole bar is white trash.
Well, the people that go there are typically white trash. There's a lot of kids I went to high school with, like the... You know,
I'm not calling Bethany white trash because I don't know her.
The Jimmy B's is a good place to go if you want to get in a fight with someone you went to high school with. You know, like one of those kind of bars that the locals go to. It's the same people that lived in that neighborhood forever and graduated
people
from
who
high
haven't
school.
liked each other for years.
And they haven't liked each other for years, but they still go to the same bar for 15 years. Harry Guy is not a local to that area, so maybe it doesn't look like that to him. But if I was
but if you look at Harry Guy, you don't want to pick a fight with him. You feel sorry for him.
Yeah, you feel sorry for him. You don't know if he has darts in his pocket. He might get you in the eye real quick. From what I hear, he's pretty good at darts, so he might be pretty accurate with those little fuckers.
And I want to know what you're trying to do a shot of. I guarantee it was something like, hey, I can't believe you wouldn't do one lemon drop.
Come on, man. I like a lemon drop every so often. I like a snake bite. You don't get many people that can make that well.
Yeah, I've had a snake bite before. I don't remember what's in it.
I don't either. But I remember I used to get them all the time. All right, our next fuck you is from a very special write-in. It's Mr. Ronnie Carter. Let's see if we can find him here.
And did I mention fuck the Steelers?
Hey guys. Long time listener. First time caller. It's Ron. Up in Columbus, you know. I got an asshole of the week and a fuck you. Some asshole of the week is going to be Chris. Just because he just goes into somebody's yard sale with his big ass Caucasian boots on, demanding this man with his own stuff that he gives him the deal. You are an asshole, Chris. The fuck type of Christopher Columbus shit is that? For you to come in and think that you could just tell a motherfucker, hey, I know this is your price, but this is what the fuck I'm going to pay. And you're going to be okay with it. And then get upset about it. I don't
agree, Ronnie. I agree.
It's called haggling,
My big
Ron.
fuck you is... there's a couple guys where I work at. I work in this warehouse. For now. And some of these guys come in there with the best dress. Like I seen this guy walking around with this clean tee. He had jeans on, and then he had Jordans on, and then he had the bling blingy belt, the little, like, he was one of them type dudes that looked like he's in competition with his woman. Like, can I look better than her? Fuck you, bro. We ain't here to work. Motherfuckers is in here sweating. You over here got this. I ain't gonna lie. You walk past, you smell mighty fucking good. But that's not the point. The motherfucker was walking down the aisle carrying shit for a warehouse in the most bedazzled outfit I ever seen. And I'm just like, who are we trying to fucking impress in here? Because there's a whole bunch of angry people in this warehouse who's not happy about being here. Do you think you're here to brighten somebody's fucking day? Fuck you. Come in here with sweatpants and smell half good like the rest of us, and then, you know, with the big white motherfuckers, they come in and they don't give a fuck. They have holes in their shirts. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Our shirts really don't have no holes in it. At least we ain't got no holes in the shirt. You motherfuckers don't give a fuckity fuck.
Fuckity fuck.
But yeah. That's it. Thanks, guys.
Ronnie Carter, there he is, guys, and I'm so glad he wrote in. I
Me
miss
too.
Ron. He really gets it, and I
does.
you know what I mean. And also, I think he does listen to the show on a regular basis and
definitely
promotes
does.
us to his friends and stuff. Yeah, and
I kind of question the asshole thing. It's
no,
called haggling.
he's right.
You haggle at a yard sale.
Yeah, but
You do.
I loved his Christopher Columbus thing. Like, what a great comparison. You come to someone else's property and you dictate. You know what I mean? Like, that is some Christopher Columbus white man shit, and
I'll
love
eat that
it.
one. I don't agree with it, but I'm going to eat it. You know, if I'm your asshole, I'm your asshole. But
That's funny. And that is, I think that, I'm not sure. I don't think black people, I think they just don't haggle with white people. I think they haggle with each other. You know what I mean? I think they'll offer each other different prices.
if
but
we can't haggle together, how can we coexist?
it's true, man. We should be haggling together if we're
And
ever
you know
gonna get
what?
along.
You're absolutely right, Ronnie. 100%. If I work in a shit job where I'm going to get sweaty that day and I'm gonna stink, I don't give a fuck what I'm wearing. I'll have holes in this shirt. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I agree too. But I don't care what I look like when I am out. So I'm not the guy that would even have those kind of clothes to wear.
Yeah, but I don't give a
I've
fuckity fuck.
I've never dressed up, so I don't give a shit. But I don't know why that would surprise Ronnie. I mean, he's black. He understands the way black guys work, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them are really into how they dress. That's fine. I mean, there's some white guys like that too, but not the kind that work at factories.
Right.
So,
Like a pair of Jordans. What cheapest pair of Jordans?
no, I can see,
$200, right?
but I could see some black dudes like that work at a factory. I can't see why. The kind of white guys are usually rich white guys that are going to dress up fancy and stuff. Where black dudes, they don't really particularly got to be rich per se to dress up because they dig style more, so they're more willing to spend money on it.
Yeah, but
Where
it's like
poor
Ronnie
white guys,
says, who
we
the
got
fuck you trying to impress in here?
yeah, poor white guys, we got like meth to buy and shit. We can't be affording Jordans.
True.
Shit's expensive,
You
dude.
got drinks to buy at Johnny B's.
Yeah, we got fucking Johnny B's Jägermeister. I guarantee they got a fucking Jägermeister on tap. I
They got
promise
class,
you,
then.
dude.
They got class.
At one time, that was a Chinese food restaurant / bar. Now it's I think just, I don't know
bar.
what it is, dude. It's not good. It's in front of the roller rink. It's right next to my barber.
Well, Bethany wants nothing to do with you, Harry.
Yeah, you're not going to get any puss from Beth. Just give it up.
If she liked you at all, she would do.
She would have said yes.
She would have done
Yeah.
one shot.
Or like Chris said, you had probably a horrible taste in shot. I would like to know what your shot choice is.
Or she didn't trust at all that you didn't slip something in there.
Or it might have just been like a straight shot.
Roofie.
That's true too. Well, she's the bartender. She's making it.
Yeah,
She can make sure she don't roofie
doesn't
herself.
mean he can't. She can pour him, and then she goes down and wait on another customer, and he goes. Droop, droop, droop.
Well, you got to take that shot right away. As a bartender, you know never to leave your drink around.
I think Harry Guy's the roofer type.
Yeah.
I think he's got a rapist wit.
Yeah, he's definitely raped a couple people. But it's not a big deal. Don't worry about Harry Guy. Just, whatever. All right, my fuck you this week. My fuck you goes out to TikTok. So I uploaded, I had a little rant last week about Lizzo and her fat dancers and such, and how I thought that their fat dancers were just not being appreciative of the opportunity they were given, and instead decided to be fat whiny bitches instead. And I went on and on about it, and I made a little video about it, and I put it on TikTok and throughout the other social medias, and I got pretty good reaction. We don't really have a big presence on TikTok, and as soon as I uploaded it, it had like 200 views within like 5 minutes, and so it was obviously going to get a lot more than that. And then I was banned. I was viciously banned from TikTok.
We've been banned
for
before.
bullying.
Is that what they said? Bullying?
Bullying. Let me talk to you here, TikTokers. You fucking Chinese fuck faces. And we know who's that. That's who controls it. The goddamn Chinese trying to trick us. They're trying to trick us. You should be for this, by the way, you Chinese fuck faces. All right? I'm trying to hate fat people. There ain't many Chinese fat people. That's an American thing. Let us hate each other. But either way, my point is, as I told Chris earlier about my culture of speaking, this is my culture of being the fats. I am a proud member of the fats. All right? Even if I was to somehow start mainlining the Ozempic and I lost all sorts of weight, I would still be a member of the fats. I experienced it for fucking 35 years. I am 35 years into being fat. I know all about it. Professional fatty. They say 10,000 hours. How about 35 years? All right? Professional fatty. And you, TikTok, you don't tell me that I can't bully my own people. All right? If there's a gay guy, I've said the F word quite a few times on this podcast, unfortunately, today. I didn't really mean
lot.
it. I take that back. It slipped up. I'm a kid of the 80s still. I'm sorry. I'm a fucking... it is what it is. Anyhow, I'm trying. I swear I'm trying. But
You weren't trying very hard today.
But it slipped out a couple times today. Whatever.
A dozen? Baker's dozen?
Whatever. I don't think I was ever referring to gay people, though.
No, but it's still the word.
It's
You've
still
made
the
that
word.
very clear.
No, I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong, guys, and I can admit it.
And
I would admit it.
There's a D in admit.
If
too.
I was admit. I would admit it if I said faggot on TikTok. If I was to say that and they took me down, they're like bullying and hate speech, I'd be like, oh, you got a good point. Shouldn't do that. But I said fatty, and I went after fatties. And listen here, TikTok, I'm fat. I'm fat. I can say it. That's my fucking word. If I want to hold the other fatties accountable, that's up to me. How the fuck are they going to get skinny if no fatties pointed out that they're fat? You're disgusting. You're gross. You're fat. Ew. All right. But either way, what I'm saying is this is my word. This is my community. You don't get to tell me how to speak to my community. All right. When gay people call other gay people faggots, we don't go, ooh, you can't do that. No. You know, when rappers want to use the N-word, I'm always the guy that's like, they can say the N-word. You can't say the N-word. And I agree with that with fat. I can say fat. If you skinny twats out there want to make a video calling fatties fat, no can do. All right. Take that shit down. That's bullying. But you should be able to see TikTok. I'm in the video. I'm fat. All right. I should be allowed saying it. God damn it. Fuck you, TikTok.
Really hits home there.
All right, good night.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.